Hey folks, welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. This is the original account. The original account is the first account I ever created. It is not my Hyperlight, but it's the original account. So this account and the Hyperlight were around the same time. And then the daily account is the third oldest account I have. And then the daily free-to-play account that we do is the fourth oldest account, which is essentially a year younger. So I started this in February 2 years ago. So this is about 2.5 years that we've been doing this account, and the Hyperlight is about 2.5 years. And then the daily account I started in March or April or May of 23. Yeah. And then the Hyperlight, the free-to-play, the daily free-to-play, we started about a year and a half ago. And then the newest account we started when the free-to-play changes came in. But, you don't have to remember that. That's just something for me. I'm sure it's very confusing, and I get it. Anyway, what are we doing here on this account? We're at 3.1 million. 6.1. I don't know that we've done a lot of changes since the last time. I know I did an update like a few weeks ago or something. I still have this thing. There's only one person that put this on. Obviously, it's got to be. For right now, it's got to be Snipe. So we're just doing that. We're just going ahead and doing that. We're gonna put on Sap because. Why not? I'm not sure how far we can take it. Oh, that's pretty far. So we just took him to whatever gear 10, so that's fine. But I wanted to go ahead and use that because I had it in there and it was, But let's go over what we're doing. We really, so we've been doing the Jedi Vanguard like we have on every account that we've had. And so we might as well just start there so you can see where they are. They're not anything special. They're all... The important thing is we have 10 of them. We have all 10 of the mainstays. We don't... this is one of the packs that I bought that pack on for the Naboo raid. So... And that's why we already have a lot of them done. But, you can see the only two that aren't Relic 3 are Kelron and Shakti. Everybody else is Relic 5, and they're pretty good, That brings us to what am I working on now? You can probably tell. There's not really a rhyme or reason to what we're working on. I am kind of headed towards Cal. Towards CK, but you can see obviously we have Marin done because it's Marin because we need Night Sisters. So she's done. We're working on Seer, but we're gearing Cal, and then Tarful is down here. He's way far away, and then of course Saw Gerrera. But ultimately, why you see all these characters on this page is because I have interest in working on all of these characters. And so I'm just like, let's just put them out there and knock them out one at a time. And that's what we've been doing. And some of these characters that you still see on here is because I don't have mods for Plo and, just really dumb stuff like that should be taken care of. But I've just got stuff going on. And the same thing with Kelron, I think. Well, I don't know. Kelron, it's not Relic 5 or 7 or whatever I decide to leave him at. Hermit Yoda, Hermit Yoda's done, maybe. I don't know. But we're just working on a lot of stuff. I really don't have direction. It's just like the direction for this account is I have characters that I want to work on, and that's the direction. So all these characters are either characters I want to work on, so there's So there's the Peridia Patrols in here. There's the Night Sister team with the Great Mothers and Morgan and Acolyte Talia and Initiate is here. We have the Jedi GKCK requirements, of course, with Cal, Seer, Tarful, and Saw Gerrera. There's the Mama Mandalore with Paz, Halloween Costume Grogu, Kelrun, who's already done, and Bam, who's already done, of course. Then we have, I mentioned more of the Mama Mandalore team with the Peridia Patrol with Dark Trooper and Captain Enoch and Dark Knight Troopers up here. And then we have the new Bad Batch with them. And then we have the last pieces of Mama Mandalore squad with Bo-Katan. And then we have, you see Fulcrum up here because why not? You see Death Trooper, why not? You see Echo because we are sort of headed towards gas at some point. You see we have Paz and Imperial Super Commando because Mandalorians. And then you see Queen Mara. And then Mon, and then L3, and Rose Tico, and Sana, and Short Trooper, and Young Lando. So there's not a whole lot of direction. It's just I have things that I think I need to be working on, and I'm working towards it. So this is probably my least organized account. It's just I have things that I think I should be working on, so that's why we're doing it. And there's not really a rhyme or reason to it, and I'm okay with that. I do know that I need to go back, that at some point I do need to finish putting Zetas on and putting Omis on and finish characters up, but we got time for that. We're not really pressed, and that's the beauty about the way I play is is because I don't rush. And I don't need to perfect things, so I can glaze over, sort of like you're doing a whole, sort of like when you're building, like say you're laying a brick wall, you glaze over the whole thing, and that's kind of the way I look at my account. I'm gonna glaze over the whole account. And then when we get done, we're gonna come back and glaze over it again and bring it up instead of bringing up like a section at a time, and sort of bring up building like 5 bricks up and just taking them all the way up. We're gonna go across the whole way, and it's like I don't expect that to make sense to people, but it makes sense to me, and that's okay. So the reason I'm doing this video is because I want to let you know that probably my kids start back to school in about what's today? Wednesday? In about 2 weeks, my kids start back to school, and so I will have more time. And so what I want to get back to doing is maybe to do the comparison videos. So I think at the end of this month, so my kids go back on the 27th. So on the 27th, we're going to do a snapshot of this is where the account is. And then on the 27th, around the 27th of September, we're going to do the comparison videos like I was doing earlier this year, and that I got out of because time got away from us, because we had the former foster son was here for spring, and then summer hit, and we're coming out of summer, and so things are coming down a little bit. And so that's what we're going to be looking to do. But I just want to let you know, this is where we're going to do. So we're going to do. So you're going to see another one of these probably in a couple weeks. Or actually, you know what? We might just do this video and then have a comparison video here in a month, and maybe we'll do it on the 13th of September. So we'll take a look at that when we get there, but for right now, we're just doing it this way. I don't have a way to screenshot this because I have a weird keyboard, which means I need to break out the new keyboard. So anyway, thanks for the time. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Otherwise, Make sure you hold the line and remember that we have friends everywhere. We'll see you later.